All right, everybody. How's it going tonight? This is Reginald Stinson, and I didn't want to keep you all waiting. We are going to get started here in a set. Nikki had to reboot her computer because we were having audio issues, so I didn't want to, again, keep you all waiting and have you all think that we were not having a hangout. So we are having a hangout here tonight, and tonight really is going to be all about Genesis for the most part. And of course, just in case you don't know, Nikki, we call her FBA Ninja. She is the retail arbitrage queen. Never seen anyone, especially, I had never seen anyone do it like she does it with the retail arbitrage. Okay, there she is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh,
All right, so like I was saying, I never seen anyone do it like she does it with retail arbitrage on Amazon. She absolutely crushes it. And tonight, she's going to share with you some things that can help you crush your Amazon business for the most part. If you are not in Genesis, because everybody's on this thing tonight, from what I see, then tonight we're going to share with you why you should get it. For the most part, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been in DS Domination for about 14 months. In Genesis, I mean, you have the Pro, the Elite, Unleash, so on and so forth, and that kind of gets your feet wet when it comes to selling stuff on e-commerce and selling stuff online. Pro is of course entry level. Then you progress your way up the chain, which the higher you go with the products, the more advanced things get, and of course the more money that you make. But Genesis, when that came out, it completely changed the game. It is our flagship product, and even though the investment is greater, but the income potential is limitless, and the money comes a whole lot faster with Genesis than any other product that we have. So it's really not a big deal. So I want to turn it over to Nikki here really quick. But if you don't have Genesis, go ahead in the back office and upgrade and get Genesis. I promise you, you will not regret making that investment. If some of you all ask, well, how fast can I make money? You can literally sign up for Genesis now, and you can make money in a few hours. And Genesis is easy. So that's how powerful it is. So Nikki, I want to turn it over to you and let you share a little bit about yourself and how you got started with DSD and what it has done for you in your life.
woo. Okay, so where to start? I found DSD through one of my one of my schoolmates from high school, and she was posting stuff online, and I just thank goodness that I actually saw it and clicked on it, and it was one of those things where you see that video, and either it hits you instantly, or you're one of those people that you may have to come back and watch it a couple times. I was one of those where it hit me like just somebody throwing bricks at my head. And I mean, I was feeling around looking for my credit card, and as a matter of fact, I knew my credit card number by heart, so I popped that bad boy in there and signed up. Um, I was overseas. Me and my husband's been overseas for about 10 years now. We worked in Iraq, and I actually saw the post from my office in Erbil, Iraq, and from that moment forward, things just things have just moved so fast. When we just look back at the past, I haven't even been in DS Domination an entire year yet, So just looking at how things have progressed from signing up late November, early December, sitting on it, because even though I was so excited, I sat on it for a month, sitting on it for an entire month, and then just going full blast, the end of December, early January, and just running with it from that point forward. And, we went through Pro, we went through Elite, went through Unleashed, Market Extreme, we went through the entire range of products. And, it was one of those things where it got us, and, we talk a lot about being able to duplicate a process. And that's one thing that I will say for sure, that, we could duplicate a process like no other, and duplicate it and replicate it and multiply it by like so many different ways. And that's exactly what we've done. We made Power Seller and top rated on eBay, progressed. Bam, it's time to go to Monopoly. Bam, made all kind of sales on that. Let's go to Genesis. I mean, when Genesis even came out, it was one of those things. Okay, Hitesh was sending these email messages out with these little snippets here and there, and with the final release being when we got to Vegas, and I didn't know 100% what it was. All I knew was that it was gonna make us a lot of money, and that we were gonna get it. And the second we got to Vegas, I remember him calling break, and that Genesis was gonna be released at like sometime around 11 around lunch, and it was just so funny because there were just people scattered around the event, the event area, and just sitting there, and we just kept hitting refresh, 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 and I was one of those people. I had my laptop, I had my cell phone over here, I was using my Wi-Fi, and I just kept hitting refresh. When I finally got that message, the emotion, just everything just kind of hit, because it was one of those instant, this is gonna make us a millionaire. Our family's we're just gonna make it. This is that one key program that's gonna kick us to that next level. And when I tell you that it has kicked us to that next level and beyond, I mean, that's an understatement. That's an understatement. I'm an accountant. I am not a seller, or I am now, but I was not a seller. I've never worked in a job where I've had to sell anything to anybody ever in my life. I've never worked a cash register. I've never put anything. I've never done any of this stuff. I was 100% brand new. So when I tell you that people can do this who have no experience whatsoever in any form of fashion in retail or e-commerce or online businesses, it's 100% the truth, because I'm living proof of it. I've never done this in my life. I just started in December. Well, I signed up in December, but I just started this business, taking it seriously in January. And it's only, early November right now. What other business can you take it from zero to hero in that short period of time? That's one of those things where I just can't speak. I get excited. Look at my hands going everywhere. I get so excited about it. And what's so nice about it now is that, we've got family members, we've got friends who were struggling in the past and are now taking this and just running with it. And yeah, you made mention that Genesis it's a more costly program than, say, Pro. But there's a reason for that. Because the money that you can make through Genesis, I mean, so far surpasses Pro. I don't even know what to say on it. I have no idea what even to say on that. But needless to say, I retired early from my corporate job. Came back home from Iraq. I was supposed to go back to Iraq in January, February, and I was doing so well with the eBay side of the business, I just stayed home. We were able to bring my husband home in May, and he's been home nonstop. He actually retired from our overseas business as well. We've got a 19-year-old daughter in college. She's knocking the whole eBay business out. She's getting started in the Genesis. My mom is doing it. My aunts, my cousins, my sister, my nieces. Okay, this is how far it spreads. People who were once maybe naysayers, or, maybe looking at us like, what are y'all doing now? Or, yeah, I'm not paying attention to that. Or, Nikki, quit posting that junk on Facebook, are now calling us and texting us and just asking us nonstop for information, or to give them, show us, take me scanning, take me shopping. What are you doing? Because you keep making all this money and you didn't go back to Iraq. Something, is up. And, that's where we're at right now. We're making, oh boy, we're in the 5 figures, comfortable 5 figures every month just off of FBA. That's not even counting, our eBay sales. That just makes me speechless. To come from nowhere, to come from no experience, to comfortably making well over, 5 figures on just Amazon alone. That's nuts to me. That's absolutely nuts to me.
All right, and I remember that event, and that was that was pretty insane. We were, like you said, on our phones refreshing, couldn't even halfway eat lunch, waiting to upgrade to Genesis, because we knew the magnitude of what this product was going to do for a lot of people. And you said that you're making 5 figures. We have a lot of people who have Genesis are well into the 5 figures in a very short time frame. This product came out in with the event was the last weekend in May, and it rolled over to June 1st, I believe. And it's only been a few months. I don't know if that's 6 months or not. Probably, yeah, probably 6 months or somewhere around that range. But I'm telling you all, if you all truly want to position yourself in e-commerce, and the cool thing about DS Domination, and the reason why I loved it, and I knew when this product came out, is that this was going to create millionaires, and not just millionaires, because there's millionaires in other home businesses. But the unique thing about this product is that people are going to make millions of dollars with this product without actually having to recruit anyone. Now, that is the icing on the cake, so to speak, because again, you can go out there and make $1 million with the product or with the company, but people have done that in network marketing, but they had to build a team, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. But if you don't want to do that, or if you want to, do both simultaneously, you actually can go out there and make $1 million with this product without talking to anyone or without telling anyone about it. The customers can just come in and make $1 million. And again, we're not guaranteeing any income, because some of you all may not even want to make $1 million. You may just want to make an extra $500 or $1,000. But again, the money is so much faster. And to me, now this is just me, it's actually easier compared to the other products. I mean, honestly, would you agree? I mean, the process is actually easier. Would you agree?
I 100% agree. When you're dealing with Genesis, you're not having to, constantly check your PayPal or anything like that. You're not having to ship anything out to anybody. You get to go shopping. Who doesn't like to shop? And I mean, even if you don't like to shop, every last one of us pretty much have to shop. You have to eat. You need groceries. You need toilet paper. You need all of this stuff in the house. So when you're going to go pick up your little pack of Charmin, you just walk to the next thing, grab your phone. Why don't you scan? I've never scanned Charmin. I'm gonna have to do that when I go back to the store next time. But these are things you gotta go, scan, and you gotta go to the store anyway. You want a soda, you're gonna get out and go to the gas station. You need a lottery ticket. They got packs of gum right there. You could be scanning at the counter. I mean, it's one of those things that you can just go and do it anywhere, and it doesn't require that much of you. Once you get that, unlike the other products where sales may come in all the time, but it requires you to do work for each one of those sales. Whereas Genesis, you do some work in the beginning, ship it off, and then sit back and just wait. Wait for a payment.
Okay. And don't scare me toilet paper, because I actually been selling a whole lot of toilet paper on Amazon. I'm glad you brought that up. And that's a cool. I mean, people need toilet paper. And this is a tip for you all selling on Amazon. People need toilet paper. That is a necessity. And I actually tested this out, and the toilet paper, literally, I sent it in. It went the first day, literally, and it was out within an hour. So, it's cool. And I'm one of those people, I actually hate shopping. I hated shopping, let me say that. Before Genesis, even when it comes to clothes. I mean, I'm not into all that stuff, and my wife will tell you I'm not at all. I have clothes that I had for years that I just put on and don't really care, and I have the little, dress up suits that I probably had for years as well. Whenever I wear them, I just wear them. I'm not into all that. But with Genesis, now I get excited about shopping. It changes your whole mindset, because now you're not just shopping just to be shopping. You're shopping to earn money. You're looking for a way to generate revenue, and that's cool. And speaking from myself personally, because there's different elements in Genesis, I haven't even touched the other stuff that's in Genesis. I've only been dealing with retail arbitrage, which basically is going out, shopping, scanning for profits. And I've been earning several $1,000s a month doing it, very part-time, very part-time. I have a strict schedule, and this month I think I'm over $6,000 just from retail arbitrage, and I still have, how many boxes? 15 boxes in the living room right now that I was doing prior to this webinar that I have to ship out tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. So what would you tell the people that are listening today? Why should they get Genesis? Because we actually have an event coming up on the 15th, correct?
Yes.
So on the 15th, next week for you all that are in Genesis, and I'm sure you all have seen her success on Facebook, in the groups, so on and so forth. And if you live in the Texas area, you definitely want to come out and check out the event. We have people that don't live in Texas that are flying from across the country. Keisha coming from the West Coast, and Keisha Bass. You have Deirdre Jones coming from somewhere over there in the East. I forgot where she is. She over there in the D.C., Maryland area, and other people. I don't know who else is coming, but we have people flying in to come to hear what Nikki has to say, because she's definitely an expert in this arena to help you take your business to the next level. So if you have people like Deirdre and Keisha, they have kids in school, for example. Okay, they have kids in school, and they're taking the time out their busy schedules to come out to hear what Nikki has to say, because obviously she has made well into the 5 figures doing this. To hear what she had to say so that they can take their business to the next level, then you all need to do the same. And if you cannot make the event for whatever reason, you can get the recording as well. I don't know how many is left, but the website is below on this tag here, which is UOPevents.com/Houston. I don't know how many tickets left. Do you know how many tickets left offhand?
I haven't even checked in the last couple hours.
Okay, but it's almost sold out, and it's not going to be, hundreds of people there on purpose. We don't want to do it that big because, she wants the event to be intimate. And you know what intimate means. When you have an intimate event, you can have more time with the people and actually, do things at a higher level than you could if you have 500 people there. So if you want to be there live to attend, I don't know what you have planned. Can you kind of go over what you have planned for that event?
Oh yeah, we've got some really interesting things. I like to travel around, and when I go scanning and then doing my actual in-person retail arbitrage, I talk, I run my mouth, and it goes down to where I can tell you shipping schedules for different stores around my area, so I know when they get their inventory. I make good buddies with a lot of the managers, and we made a very, very, very unique deal with a very popular store that is not all over the country. They're just sporadically placed in different areas, but we've got a big one here in my area. Made a deal with the manager to come out, and she is going to actually let the people that come to the event shop not just in the store, but go to the back the warehouse or the storeroom and actually buy cases of items. So you're not going to have to like push a cart around the store and just put 1, 2, 3 type items in there. You can literally go to the back storeroom, pick up a case off of their shelf, and buy it straight from that. I was just there yesterday, and she ran and grabbed me, and she was like, "Nikki, are y'all still coming?" And I'm like, "We will be here. Don't worry about it. We will most definitely be here." So that's one of the cool things that we have set for everybody. We're going to go into bundling, because that's a really big thing that's not really covered anywhere else. We're going into bundling, and when I say going into, I'm talking about hands-on. So anybody that's coming, get ready that you're going to actually get out of your seat, and I'm going to have like items just out on a table for you to bundle. And I mean all the way down to shrink wrapping these bad boys. So we're going to get really, really hands-on. We're going to go into online arbitrage, because there's more than one way to scan. You don't have to actually go into a store anymore. This is 2014, we're going to 2015. You can sit in your bed and get Genesis items shipped to your front door. I mean, I love that. I absolutely love that. So we're going to go into online arbitrage. We're going to go a little bit into the buy box. We're going to go crazy on the China sourcing, because that's one thing that I've been doing big time. We have 7 products now. We used to have 6. We have 7 products now that we branded. So it's one of those things that I really hold close right now, because I love arbitrage. I love retail arbitrage, don't get me wrong. But anybody in Genesis knows that the big money comes when you start branding. Okay, so we're going to do a big push for branding, because a lot of people are scared of it, and there's really no reason to be scared. So we're going to go into that. We're going to go into how to work your listing so that you putting all of your, your keywords, your pictures, different tricks and tips that you can do to get your listings to where they need to be. We're going over coupons, okay? everybody knows that it's like that coupons are big things. You know, you see all these different shows on TV of like the cheapest shopper here, and I saved thousands of dollars when I went to go grocery shopping. We're going to incorporate that into this as well because you can use that when you're doing your arbitrage. So we're going to be bringing that into here, even more discounts. Like I said, we're going scanning because that's where I got my FBA Ninja call sign from. When we left that event in Vegas, we hit every target from Las Vegas to Houston. And I mean, when I tell you that I had a lot of space in the van when we got to Vegas, when we got back to Houston, I was sitting like this in the back because we didn't have any more space in the car. So we are doing everything, anything. It's going to be a really close-knit group. You know, everybody can ask questions, really, really hands-on. I've got some cool giveaways and treats for everybody, too. Well, not everybody. You know, can't give a giveaway to everybody. But I got some real cool giveaways for people. So, you know, people that participate and speak up. So I'm just letting you know I'm a talker. So ask questions, and that gets you noticed, and bam, you get a goodie. So that's just some of the stuff that we have going on.
All right, that's awesome. And I'm actually on the website now, and we have 19 tickets left for the live event and 12 tickets left for the recording. So if you all want to get this, if you cannot attend, you definitely want to get the recording. I cannot attend. Trust me, if I could, I would be there, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get there. But my wife is on bed rest, so I don't want to go out and she have the baby while I'm in Houston. That wouldn't be good. But definitely, I got the recording. If you can't make it, get the recording. Let me refresh again, see what's going on. Now we have 11 people are buying this thing, so you all don't want to miss that because, again, this is not just her standing up in the front of the room and going over PowerPoint slides. You know, she's actually doing hands-on, and she actually has a deal with a local store there that they're actually going in to get product. You know, that doesn't happen. I have never seen that happen anywhere when anyone is training on anything, but especially when it comes to e-commerce. So this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, especially if you were serious about your Amazon business and taking it to the next level. And I like what you said. You said, you know, the big money is in branding. So here's what I want you all to really catch, and the reason why I bring this back up, because there's people literally earning a lot of money, a lot of money, just with the arbitrage piece. Now, I haven't personally gotten into branding yet, only because I don't have the time to right now. But I'm up to $6,000 already this month. So just imagine where your income could potentially be. And again, your results may vary since we're talking about money here, but just imagine where your income can be once you really get into the branding piece of it. And the cool thing about Amazon is that you don't need thousands of products to become a billionaire or to make a lot of money. You can actually make a six-figure income on one product if you find the right product. Mm-hmm. So, you know, if you don't have Genesis, I know there's a lot of people that are listening that don't have it. I'm just telling you all, it is a very wise investment. I'm refreshing the screen. We have 9 recorded tickets left, and I'm sure that's going to sell out here probably in the next 5 minutes. So don't procrastinate. You know, invest in yourself. This is the best investment that you can make in your business. We actually beta tested this in January before it actually came out, and I was doing some of that, and we did a lot of money in Genesis. I actually had a branded product back then. we made a lot of money back then. So I'm telling you, this is awesome. So we have. One second, let me see what's going on here. Okay. All right. So, anything else you want to share with the people? I mean, I don't know what else you could say, but you know, what else do you want to share with everyone that's looking, for the people that don't have it? Because we know we have a lot of people on here that has it, that are taking action right now, probably getting those last tickets. But for the people that don't have Genesis, well, let me ask you this. From your progression, because I know when you started taking the business series, you were doing extremely well on eBay.
Oh, yeah.
you've been doing extremely well, and we love eBay. We're not, degrading that product. I mean, that gets you started, and it's still money, and a lot of us still sell on eBay. But how would you compare the two if you want to compare, with what you did on eBay to what you're doing now on Amazon? How would you compare that and rate that?
Honestly, I don't even think that I can compare the two. Um, eBay, it's a different monster. I still do eBay like crazy. Still power selling, still top rated, all of that stuff on eBay. And what we've actually started doing is using our eBay profits to get more product for Genesis. So we're making the whole full circle piece here. Um, I would always do eBay, and I always tell everybody, even if when we have people on the team that come in that go straight to Genesis, I always tell them, get into eBay because it's free money. Everybody who does it, it's free money, and you'd be crazy not to do it. But the whole deal is, there's really no limit on FBA. You can send in as much as you'd like, and that right there, I mean, you really can't compete. I mean, whereas you're gonna have limits on eBay, and some people's limits are higher than others, but like I said, off the bat, just selling on FBA, there are no limits. There really are no limits, and the ease of getting the products out, sending them in, and then just having somebody else take care of your customer service, having somebody else pack those boogers in boxes and ship them out, having somebody else deal with that is second to none, because now you're hands off and you've got more time to sit and do other aspects of your business. And once you get past this whole dollar amount issue, which people may have, yeah, because the product costs more, but the value that you're getting, alone is worth. I'm surprised that it's only $1,500. I would expect it to be more, because there's how many other comparable products that are out there that actually have less to offer than Genesis does. It's actually more, so we're already getting a huge value just with the product alone. And then when you start talking about the branding and the launch, haven't even talked about the launch piece. I logged into the back office a couple days ago, and I had honestly forgot that I had even launched a product on there, and I get hit with my picture of my item, and I'm like, oh wow, all right, well there you go. So I mean, it's one of those things that kind of takes your business to a whole nother level.
All right, so we're actually sold out of the recording ticket.
Nope.
So we have 19 in-person tickets left if you want to attend the live event. And I'm going to show you all something here really quick. Now, this camera's supposed to focus. It's not focusing. Maybe, okay, well, hopefully you can see that. Oh, there it is. All right, so you see this here. Now, what she was talking about, the unique thing about Genesis versus the other concept that we have here, you see all those different cells and stuff like that, and these are all cells, is that, once you send it into Amazon, like she said, and the reason why I'm repeating this is because I'm sure 100 of you missed what she said. Once you send it into Amazon, Amazon takes care of the rest. They do the customer service. They do the billing. They do the returns. You just sit back and check your email and see how much stuff you sell on a daily basis. Versus on the flip side of that, with the drop shipping piece, which is cool, but it's a little bit more hands-on, because once you sell the item, you have to then go and purchase the item, then copy and paste the address over, so on and so forth. So once you progress your way up, not only are you rewarded with higher profits, but you're rewarded with getting more of your time back. So Pro and Elite, Monopoly, and all that stuff is the way for you to get your foot in the door, to get to the point to where you're able to get Genesis, if you're able to get there, and then to get more of your time back. And like she said, you can combine the two, because it's certain things that sell on eBay that will not sell on Amazon. For example, I sold a lot of water damaged phones on eBay. You're not going to sell it on Amazon, not at all. So the two is two different animals, it's two different beasts, but they can work together. You can actually drop ship your branded product from Amazon on eBay. That's another thing that we didn't talk about. You can actually do that. So Amazon, it's a completely different animal. People really don't care about prices on Amazon, really. It's all about convenience. So you have a higher clientele that you're dealing with, and that's one of the reasons why the profits are large. And I'm going to go back over here and check this page again and see what's going on with these.
I just added a few more recordings on there because I'm getting attacked on Facebook. I'm getting attacked on Facebook.
Okay, all right. So she put on there 29 more recordings. All right. So let me see what's going on here. Okay, so we got 29 more left, and again, this is an event you don't want to miss. It's nothing like being there. If you have to drive down from somewhere, get there. If it was 4 hours away from me, I would have drove down there. My wife in the car, she would have had to suffer through the 4 hours drive. But it's not that close for us. But get there. I mean, hands-on training. Product on that, teaching you how to bundles, which there's a lot of money in bundling, and I don't think that's talked about in Genesis, is it?
Nope.
So talk about the profit potential with bundling, and since you're going to be talking about that,
let me tell you. Okay, so bundling on some of the other hangouts, I think we because Carrie, Mr. Excitement, likes to bring it up because I brought up this one bundle that we did, and the items in the bundle cost less than $20. Okay, less than 20. It was a bunch of like $1 items, and then it was one product that cost $14, and then there was like 6 other ones that cost $1 or something like that, something close to that. But it was less than 20, and so you're dealing with a $20 product cost, and we were selling this thing over and over and over for $105 all day. So go look at that profit potential. $1 items. Just a bunch of dollar items, going for $105. We've got some other bundles that, and I keep them all in the house. So if we ever have people that come over for training, then I have them, examples to show. And, our highest selling bundle is about $240 something, I think it is. There's about 30 products in it, but, 30 sounds like a lot, but not when every last one of them costs $1, So you have a bunch of dollar items that you can start. Either you can sell it by itself for $9, or you can sell it as a bundle of like 4 or 5 other items, and now you've increased that $9 profit potential to, goodness. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Possibilities are endless. So bundling, I'm a huge supporter of bundling, and I just can't say enough on that. Like I said, from a $1 item, getting $9 profit, bundle about 3 or 4 of those together, and now you're talking about a $40 profit. Or $50 or even $60 profit. Oh yeah. I don't know what to say on that.
Wow. I mean that is a string value, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I don't know what you all are waiting on. Well, I see a lot of you all taking action behind this recording, which is cool. You definitely want to get that because this is something that you can have for life essentially. Once you get the recording, and of course you cannot share it on YouTube, so don't do that once you get
it. Please.
Will come for you. So don't do that, but get to the event, get the recording. You owe it to yourself to do that. You're saying you take items that cost $1 and flip it to $9, or combine them and make an upwards of $40 profit. I mean, how do you do that? Well, I know you do it bundling, but I mean that's amazing. I mean that is awesome, and so many don't know how to do that. Some of you all may be like, well, I'm getting started in Genesis and I'm not where I want to be, or I'm not really clear on the direction I should go. Who else to learn from than Nikki? Like I said, if you look on her Facebook, at her pictures, these boxes all over her head and over the house. I mean, she's definitely someone to model yourself after because she knows what she's doing. I mean, not only is she's doing it on the arbitrage side, the modeling side, but in the branding side, she's doing it everywhere. Not only that, she's opening up herself and extending herself to you all to help you because technically she does not have to do this event. She can just be selfish and say, hey, I'm just going to make the money myself. So I mean, she can do that, but she's not that type of person. She definitely wants to help you all take your business to the next level because there's more than enough money out there for everyone to succeed and make money on Amazon. You know, there's no such thing as saturation in e-commerce, and that's what's so cool about it. And I commend her for really opening up and really giving us her time that weekend to really share her expertise with Amazon. So are you on in grocery yet? Are you doing anything in grocery?
We actually got into grocery. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm addicted to Frozen. I'm addicted to Frozen. Yes, Disney Frozen. I'm an addict. I can't help it. But we actually came across some frozen candy at the dollar store. Okay, at the dollar store, and these things were selling like crazy for like I think it was a ring pop or something. And just looking at that, going for like 10 times what to me what it's worth. But I mean, wow. So that of course started getting us, to cross that path. So we've got grocery, we've got health and beauty.